Hello everybody, nice to meet you. Our little word we got Genesis chapter 45. Let's read it together. Then Joseph could no longer control himself before all his attendants, and he cried out, "Have everyone leave my presence." So there was no one with Joseph when he made himself known to his brothers. And he wept so loudly that the Egyptians heard him, and Pharaoh's household heard about it. Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still living?" But his brothers were not able to answer him, because they were terrified at his presence. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Come close to me." When they had done so, he said, "I am your father Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt. And now, do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. For 2 years now, there has been famine in the land, and for the next 5 years, there will not be plowing and reaping. But God sent me ahead of you to preserve for you a remnant on us, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So that it was not you who sent me here, but God, He made me father to Pharaoh, lord over his entire household, and ruler over all Egypt. Now, hurry back to my father and say to him, 'This is what your son Joseph says. God has made me lord over Egypt. Come down to me. Don't delay. You shall live in the region of Goshen and be near me, and your children and grandchildren, your flocks and herds, and all you have. I will provide for you there, because 5 years of famine are still to come. Otherwise, you and your household and all who belong to you become destitute. You can see for yourselves, and so can my father Benjamin. That is really I who am speaking to you. Tell my father about all the honor accorded me in Egypt, and about everything you have seen. You bring my father down here quickly." Then he threw his arms around his brother Benjamin and wept, and Benjamin embraced him weeping. And he kissed all his brothers and wept over them. Afterward, his brothers talked with him. When the news reached Pharaoh's palace that Joseph's brothers had come, Pharaoh and all his officials were pleased. Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers to load your animals and return to the land of Canaan, and bring your father and your families back to me. I will give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you can enjoy the best of the land." You are also directed to tell them, "To take some carts from Egypt for your children and your wives, and get your father and come. Never mind about your belongings, because the best of all Egypt will be yours." So the sons of Israel did this. Joseph gave them carts as Pharaoh had commanded, and he also gave them provisions for their journey. To each of them he gave due clothing, but to Benjamin he gave 300 shekels of silver and 5 sets of scrolls. And this is what he sent to his brother: 10 donkeys loaded with the best things of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and other provisions for this journey. Then he sent his brothers away, and as they were leaving, he said to them, "Don't quarrel on the way." So they went up out of Egypt and come to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan. Then told him, "Joseph is still alive. In fact, he is Lord of all Egypt." Jacob was stunned. he did not believe them. But when they told him everything Joseph had said to them, and when so he caused Joseph had sent to carry him back, the spirit of their father Jacob revived. And Israel said, I'm convinced my son Joseph is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. Genesis chapter 45, verses 1 through 28. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. Our read was we got Genesis chapter 46. Let's read it together. So Israel set out with all that was his. And when he reached Beersheba, he offered sacrifice to the God of his father Isaac. And God spoke to Israel in a vision at night and said, Jacob, Jacob. Here I am, he replied. I'm God, the God of your father. He said, do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for I will make you into a great nation there. I will go down to Egypt with you, and I will surely bring you back again. And Joseph's own hands will cross your eyes. Then Jacob left Beersheba, and Israel's sons took their father Jacob and their children and their wives in the carts that Pharaoh had sent to transport him. They also took with them their livestock and the possessions they had acquired in Canaan. And Jacob and all his offerings went to Egypt. He took with him Egypt, his sons and grandsons, and his daughters and granddaughters, all his offerings. These are the names of the sons of Israel, Jacob and his descendants who went to Egypt. Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob. The sons of Reuben, Hanok, Phalu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon, Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachan, Joha, and Shaul, the son of the Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah, Onan, Shelah, Phares, and Jerah. But El and Onan had died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Phares, Hezron, and Hamor. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Phua, Joshua, and Shimiron. The sons of Jebul, Jerad, Aaron, and Jahlil. These were the sons Leah bore to Jacob in Padan Aram. Beside his daughter Dinah, these sons and daughters of his were 33 in all. The sons of Gad, Jephon, Hagi, Shumi, Ezbon, Ari, Arodi, and Aredil. The sons of Asher, Emma, Ishba, Ishbi, and Verleo. Their sisters was Sarah. The sons of Verleo, Heber, and Malchiel. These were the children born to Jacob by Zilpah, whom Laban has given to his daughter Leah, 6 sons in all. The sons of Jacob's wives, Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. In Egypt, Manasseh and Ephraim were born to Joseph by Asenah, daughter of Potiphar, priest of On. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Jerah, Nama, Ehi, Rosh, Buhim, Fuhim, and Ard. These were the sons of Rachel who were born to Jacob, 14 in all. The sons of Dan, Hushim. The sons of Naphtali, Jazer, Gumi, Jezer, and Shulem. These were the sons born to Jacob by Bilhah, whom Laban has given to his daughter Rachel, 7 in all. All those who went to Egypt with Jacob, those who were his direct descendants, that counting his sons' wives numbered 66 persons. With the 2 sons who had been born to Joseph in Egypt, the numbers of Jacob's family, which went to Egypt, were 70 in all. Now Jacob sent Judah ahead of him to Joseph to set direction to Goshen. When they arrived in the region of Goshen, Joseph had his chariot made ready and went to Goshen to meet his father Israel. As soon as Joseph appeared before him, he threw his arms around his father and wept for a long time. Israel said to Joseph, "Now I am ready to die, since I have seen for myself that you are still alive." Then Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's household, "I will go up and speak to Pharaoh and will stay with him. My brothers and my father's household, who were living in the land of Canaan, has come to me." The men were shepherds, they tend livestock, and they have brought along their flocks and herds and everything they own. When Pharaoh calls you in and asked, "What is your occupation?" you should answer, "Your servants have tended the livestock from our boyhood on, just as our fathers did." Then you will be allowed to settle in the region of Goshen, for all shepherds are detestable to the Egyptian. Joseph went and told Pharaoh, "My father and brothers with their flocks and herds and everything they own have come from the land of Canaan, and they are now in Goshen." Genesis chapter 46 verses 1 through 35.